Yeah, boy. Yeah, boy.
Cheers. You are now watching Create a Steady Hustle with LikquidCash.
Cheers, what it is and what it ain't. It's yours truly, LikquidCash. I need it all out the stash. The man, the myth. Money making Mitch, hide your bitch. 5'10", born to win, chinky eyes, devilish grit. Waves in my head, so let's be clear. I can take it there. Y'all know what it is, man. This is another live episode, and we about to get, we about to get right. You know what I mean? About to get right, you dig? Hey, man, forgive me if I wasn't on time, but it is what it is. You know, sometimes a nigga got to get ready and get myself together, man. Like I told y'all all the time, I like to be fly. And you know I got my main man, Prince, with me. What up, Prince? What's up, Prince? What's up, Prince? Where's my phone, Prince? You know I need my phone. Come on, where's my phone? I think my phone over there. You want to go get it for me, Prince? Prince, you want to go get my phone for me for a second? Yeah, I might need you to get my phone, buddy. You dig? You know how to fetch, right? You know how to fetch? Okay, I'm about to fetch real quick. Yeah, I got it. Thank you, man. Appreciate you, man. You dig? Okay. Hey, listen, today's episode, we're going to talk about Stefon Diggs' situation. It's a teachable moment. It's a learning experience. You dig? And I feel like, instead of pointing the fingers and laughing and joking and clowning and ha and giggling and shit, you can learn from the situation, and hopefully I could prevent a young man or woman from going through a situation as such, because it could be very detrimental to your career. As you can see, it was definitely, I wouldn't say detrimental, because there's always hope for him. You know, he have extreme talent, but it was definitely, it was a chip in his armor. And of course, he got cut from his team, so it's definitely not going great. But before we get into that, man, I would like to let y'all know what I got on. How I like to do it, man. I like to, sometimes I get suited and booted. Sometimes I'm drug dealer chic. This right here, I call this my comfortable relax. You dig? Yeah, this is my comfortable relax type of swag I got on right now. I'm just cooling, I'm just chilling. I ain't trying to do too much. I ain't trying to hurt nobody, but I'm still fly and I'm comfortable. I can move around, I can do my thing. These are biker long sleeve shirts. I like these motorcycle shirts, man. This is something I always wear because I'm part of the bike life. You know what I mean? I ride motorcycles. I got a CBR downstairs. You dig? And I got them J's on my feet. Yeah, I got them J's on my feet. These are 6 retros. You might can't see it, but if you look clear, I got them J's on my feet. And these J's right here, man. Oh man, there's so much history behind these J's right here. Hey, listen, when I was younger, when these first came out, I ain't gonna lie to y'all, man. I wanted these so bad. So bad, man. I ain't gonna front with y'all, man. But you know what? My pops had a gambling problem. Something I didn't know about until later. He had a gambling problem, and for some reason, he wasn't buying us nothing new. We wasn't getting no new sneakers. We wasn't getting no new school clothes. We wasn't getting no new nothing, no new books. Anything you wanted, you had to work for. That's how it was going down. Anything you ever wanted, you had to work for. You dig? So, man, of course, I had to work and get these, but I wasn't able to afford these because I was too cool for school. I didn't want to get no after school jobs. So the closest I got to ever getting a pair of these sneakers was actually going into the store and my father allowing us to try it on, but not leaving the store with these sneakers. You dig? So you could understand the traumatic event that, how that left me scarred when it comes to J's. You dig? So when I talk down on J's, I ain't gonna lie, I'm just talking from a personal experience of mine. So when I tell you niggas, if you're over the age of 30 and you wearing J's and that's your shoes of choice, you definitely slipping on your drip, you dig? When I say that, that comes from a personal trauma of mine, you dig? Because we couldn't afford it when we was younger. All the kids had the J's on. They was looking fly, doing their thing. I couldn't afford them. So, you know, the closest I got, like I said again, was trying them on and leaving the store without them. But today I got them on because I was in LA. I saw these. These was kind of fly. You know, I had some history with these. Like I said, I saw them. I had to get them. They was a pretty penny because, you know, they brought them back out. So, you know, when they bring sneakers back out, they always raise the stocks, raise the price. It was a pretty penny, but I had to get it because I couldn't get it when I was younger. I couldn't get it when I was younger, so I had to get it now. Now that I could afford it, boy, they lucky I didn't buy 3 pairs. You dig? One to wear to the gym, one to wear, you know, when I'm moving and grooving through the streets, and one to just keep in the box to look at and just, you know, just think back when I was a kid and I couldn't get none. So all my niggas that wear J's, you know, salute to y'all. I'm still holding firm and letting you know, if J's are your shoes of choice, you slipping on your drip. If you over the age of 25, 30, and J's are your sneakers of choice, and you wear those when you go to the club, when you go to a board meeting, when you dress up in a suit, you wear J's when you go to the gym, you wear J's every day of your life. If you one of those, you know, die-hard J's fan, you got all the sneakers Jordan's ever released. I would say unalive yourself, man. Get your swag right. You dig? You're slipping on your motherfucking... Anyway, we ain't gonna curse. It's too late for that, though. Prince, what's up, man? Come on, man. In the pants I got on, just some Nike track pants, you know, long sleeve. They cool, too. Look here, man. Come here, man. 1 second, man. I know you want a treat, man. Don't act like that. Say what up to the people, man. You always want to go in the back of the pillow and hide when I'm going live. You gotta relax, man. Just vibe with us right now, man. Shout out to everybody that's in the live, man. You could be anywhere in the world, but you're here with me. And I appreciate y'all for being here. Soon as you enter in the room, please give me a like. Please give me a like. You know I don't ask y'all for too much. I always ask y'all to like, subscribe, because you know why? My platform is not for the masses, you dig? They don't push my platform out there like Mr. Beast and everybody else that's doing their thing. Shout out to them. But they don't push my content in the algorithm of YouTube. So I need you to like, I need you to share, and I need you to subscribe so they can see we got motion over here, and then the algorithm will see I got some traction, and then hopefully they'll start to push my content out a little bit more if I could refrain from using curse words as well. So I need y'all help and support. If you hear something that you feel inspired by or something that move you, please get a pen and a pad and write it down. I might drop a jewel. I want you to pick it up. White piece of paper, blue ink, all right? Make sure you understand that. Don't just listen to hear. I want you to listen to absorb the information, and hopefully you can memorize it and you can utilize it in your daily life. That's why I do these episodes, not just to entertain you, but also to inform you and hopefully give you some jewels you can use. That's what we're doing over here at Create a Steady Hustle, all right? Pay attention, though. I need y'all to stay locked in and pay attention. Also, if you hear something you like and you just feel like it hits your spirit to the core and you want to definitely support the show, you already know you can do the super chat. You can go to createasteadyhustle.com. You can go to LikquidCash.com. You can buy any one of my books, and it's going to get your mind right. It's going to stimulate you in a way you ain't never been stimulated before. Trust me. Y'all know anytime I put that pen to that pad, you're going to definitely get some good information. Y'all feeling me? Y'all feeling me today? Hey, listen, man, I'm feeling great, man. You can feel it you can see it, you can feel it in the lens, man. I'm feeling great. I'm smelling great. And you know what? Every time I go live, one thing I do, because women always ask me, they say, man, what cologne you put on when you go live? Because I just feel like you smell good. You know, I never really tell y'all what cologne I put on, but I'm working on a fragrance, so be easy. I'm working on a fragrance. It'll be dropping soon. Just give me some time, but it'll be dropping soon, and y'all be able to know what I smell like. You dig? Because you could smell me through the screen. You could look at me and tell I brush my teeth, I wash my face, I put on deodorant, and I put on cologne just to come to the studio and do my episodes. You dig? So yeah, I put time and effort into this. Let's shout out a few people, man. Prince, why you way up there, man? Why are you way up there? You know the people want to see you, man. Come on, man. You the flyest dog on the planet. You global with it, man. You know you global with it, right? People want to rock with you, man. Come over here, man. Come on. What's up, baby? Come on, man. Yeah. Come on, man. Come rock with me, man. Come rock with me. Say what up to the people, man. What you want to say to the people? What you want to say to... Hey, listen, guys. Prince want to speak. Y'all listen up. Oh, he's shy. He ain't got nothing to say right now, man. He's shy, man. Listen, when company's over, he always get kind of shy. But when company's not over, he's by the door where all my sneakers is at, and he's humping away. He's having a good day. It's hump day every day for Prince. You better believe it. You can learn something from this episode. You definitely can learn something from this episode, man. You definitely moved by the spirit of lust. So yeah, let's talk about it. Let's shout out a few people inside the live real quick. Hold on 1 second. Let me give some flowers to the people that's here. You know, we always got to shout out to the people that's here, man. You dig? We want to shout out Justin Love. What up, Justin Love? Shout out to you, man, for being here. Like I said, you could be anywhere in the world, but you are here with me. Angela, what up? What's popping? Absolutely. Okay, I could dig that. Jerisha. Some of y'all got some weird names, so forgive me if I, butcher your name. Shout out to 242 in the building, the Bahamas, where I was born and raised. You dig? Of course. But, New York is where I became a man. You feel me? So we gotta give respect to New York City because that's where I developed who I am today. But the Bahamas was the cornerstone. Also, shout out to Top 10 Travel Diaries. Yeah, Top 10 Travel Diaries. Shout out to you. Yeah, Prince definitely get all the ladies. Anytime I go out with Prince, the women always are captivated by the dog. It is what it is. Yeah, man. So yeah, it is what it is, man. Shout out to everybody that's here. You make sure y'all like, okay? Y'all like. Now listen. Usually when I go live, what I normally do, I record the live, I do my little edits, and then I upload it to my Patreon maybe a week later, maybe days later, maybe the same day. So if you ever looking for my live after I'm done recording it, understand that more than likely it's in the membership category or it's in the Patreon category, all right? So if you want to see the video after I'm done recording it, all you got to do is sign up. You dig? It's affordable. It's the price of a cup of coffee. You spend that on your lattes every day and you don't get nothing but caffeine. You dig? You don't really get nothing. You charge up in a negative way. Over here, you get inspiration, you get information, and you charged up in a positive way. So definitely support the platform if you want to see the video after I'm done streaming, doing my thing. But like I said, again, we ain't going to waste too much time, man. It's tea and conversation with yours truly. If y'all would also like to join in the conversation, I will definitely leave a number for when I'm done, doing my spiel. I got to say what's on my mind first before I give y'all an opportunity, right? So when I'm done doing what I do, then I'll give y'all an opportunity to ask me whatever you prefer. But it is tea and conversation. Y'all know I dropped that book called Tips on Relationship, right? Yeah. This is exclusive limited edition cover right here. Tips on Relationship, the naked truth about a beautiful lie. This cover right here, it just speaks, R&B. It look like an R&B singer on the front of this cover right here. I ain't gonna front to y'all, man, but it's a dope book. This is for the real supporters. This right here is $100 a pop. This is for the real supporters that want an autographed copy of this book, Tips on Relationship. It's a great book, great read. And like I said, again, these are limited editions. Only a few of these are produced. So I advise you to get them now because once they sold out, it'll be a wrap. It'll be a wrap once they sold out. So I advise you to get this now. We're going to autograph this, put a nice positive message inside of it as well. It's one of these collectible items, you dig? You never know, man. One day this might be worth a lot of money, you dig? But for right now, it's $100, baby. A C note. Shitty. Anyway, we're going to get right into it, man. We ain't going to wait too much time, man. We ain't going to waste too much time, man. Prince, why you on my pillow, B? You know that pillow is a part of my prop. You on top of the pillow, man. Come on, man. This dog is tripping. But anyway, like I said, Stefon Diggs had a situation that transpired that kind of put him in a little pickle, put him in a situation that he definitely wasn't expecting. He definitely wasn't expecting, and we all wasn't expecting it, but he's young. You know, he has a lot of popularity. He's a star. So when you're young, you a star and you got money, you know what that comes with. That comes with all type of different challenges. It's a given. Don't think God is going to bless you with extreme talent, you know, give you X amount of money, and you're not faced with challenges. It comes with it. It's a part of the package deal. You dig? Don't get it twisted. Don't think you're going to get all these things and don't get the opposite. God is going to give you all the things you desire. And you could either build yourself up with it or you could let it destroy you. Most of us, we let it destroy us because we don't understand how to deal with fame, fortune, and money, right? We don't know how to deal with all of that publicity. We don't know how to deal with it. And he didn't know how to deal with it. His situation was kind of easy to navigate if you have a mentor. So let me get right into it. See, that's one of the things that he was missing. Very important for a young man of such talent. He needs a mentor. He has to have a mentor. When you got that much talent and you got that much, gift, it's important to know how to harness that gift, nurture that gift, and use that gift to the best of your ability. One of the most important things Stefon Diggs was missing was a mentor. The second thing he was missing was game. He didn't have no game. The third thing he was missing was discipline, which should be the first, but we're going to leave it at third. You got to have discipline. You dig? When you have fortune, fame, attention, women coming at you from all direction, you got to have discipline. And most importantly, you got to have dick discipline. And a lot of you dudes out there don't got dick discipline. What is dick discipline? It's being able to see the woman that you love, the woman that you think is the most attractive woman in the world. You can see her at a club, you can see her at a bar, you can see her at a lounge, wherever, right? And you not moved by her. She has the right look. She has the right attitude. She says all the right things, but you're not moved by her. You understand that she could be the greatest asset or the biggest downfall. And if you're already successful and you're already living your dream, you don't even need her to be an asset. So more than likely, she's going to be a downfall because you already made it to where you wanted to go without a woman being by your side. So once you establish yourself in society in that way, most women are going to be downfalls. Most of them. Not all of them, but most of them are going to be downfalls, especially for a young man that's coming out of college into the NFL or NBA and getting a big lump sum of money. You're going to do the most stupidest shit. That's why it's important to have that mentor. That's why I said the number one thing he was missing was a mentor. You got to have a mentor. See, a lot of people don't like to pay for mentorship. You dig? They don't like to pay for consultation. They don't like to pay for information. They just want it off the free. They just want it off a GP. Not understanding that, man. Come on, man. In order to be me or get like me, you have to pay for information. How you think I got to where I'm at? How you think he got the way he at? He had to pay for the information, and that college was his tuition. He had enough information to make it to where he wanted to be, but he didn't have enough information on how to deal with life, how to deal with success. That's a whole different tuition. Whole different tuition. So, mentorship is very important. You gotta have that. You need a mentor when you're moving through life and you're trying to figure it out. Even if you don't have no money, even if you don't have nothing going for yourself, you may need a mentor the most. Yeah, you may need a mentor the most because if your life in shambles and you're not doing what you need to be doing, that might be one of the reasons. You might not be good at navigating your life. I know people like that. I know niggas who can't navigate their life. They just don't make good decisions. You can't put them, you could put them in any situation. You could set it all up for them and tell them make right or left and they're going to make the wrong decision, man. Some people are just like that. They're not wired to make good decisions for their life, right? So it's important to have a mentor. Very important. Let me know what was the second one I said. What was the second thing I said he was missing? I just want to make sure y'all paying attention, man. I just want to make sure I ain't just talking because I got lips. What is the second thing I said that Stefon Diggs was missing? Leave it in the chat. I just got to make sure y'all paying attention to me, man. We'll be here all day, man. You dig? I'll wait. Like I said again, I want to make sure I ain't just talking because I got lips. I want to make sure I'm talking to a collective of people that's really listening. You dig? I said discipline is number 3. Now, what's number 2? Mentorship is number 1. I just got to make sure that, my audience really value my time, value my attention, and they really paying attention to what I got to say. So we're going to chill right here. Matter of fact, we're going to have a commercial break while y'all figure that out. I wish somebody had told me a long time ago when I was younger that all the answers to the questions that I had was inside of a book. I would have started reading a long time ago, man. But the first book I ever read was a classic hood novel. It wasn't the greatest book ever written, but it got the job done. It expanded my imagination. It made me see the world beyond the environment I was living in. 99% of the people I grew up around didn't read anything outside of what they read in school. And once school was over, to pass the time, they did everything and anything besides reading. But when it finally clicked for me, it was life-changing. It shifted my whole mindset to the point if I don't read for 20 minutes, at least 20 minutes throughout the day, I feel like my day is not completed. Reading is one of the most important habits you could add to your daily routine. That's why I'm advising y'all to check out my new book, Tips on Relationships, The Naked Truth About a Beautiful Lie. Cheers. Y'all figured it out already? Y'all got it together? I don't see it in the comments. I don't see it in the comments, man. All right, y'all ain't figured it out. Okay, we're gonna move on then. Matter of fact, we ain't even gonna move on. We're gonna wait until one of y'all write it in the comments, man. We're gonna chill. I ain't really got that much places to go right after this, man. So I'm just gonna relax my mind and chill, man. I ain't gonna lie to y'all, man. I'm just gonna relax my mind and chill. I just wanna know that, people are listening, man. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm just gonna chill, man. I'm just gonna relax, man. How y'all doing? Like, we might fuck around and play some music, man. You dig? Prince, you want to play some music? You want to play some music, Prince? I know you want to play some music. You over there sleeping and shit, man. Come here, man. Come here. Come over here, man. Why you up there, man? Come over here, man. What was the third thing I said Stefon Diggs was missing? I said he was missing a mentor. He was missing also discipline. All right, y'all ain't remember, so fuck it. We're going to skip past it. We see y'all ain't paying attention. You dig? It is what it is. We'll get back to that a little later. You heard? Hopefully when the person watches this for the first time, they'll pick it up. You dig? Because I want to make sure y'all picking up what I'm putting down. See, somebody said it. Somebody said it. He was missing game. Exactly. Game. See, I appreciate that person, man. Who that? Top 10 Travel Diaries. Appreciate you for saying that. That's what he's missing. He was missing game. And what is game? Uncommon information. You dig? Basic instructions, man. Basic information. The fundamentals. He was missing game. You dig? Understand that. You need mentorship, you need game, and you need discipline. And number 4, this is a bonus. You need understanding. Because at the end of the day, you can have all the game you need. You can have all the mentors you want. You could have all the discipline you have, whatever. If you don't got no understanding, then you lack wisdom, right? So you need that understanding. But game, you got to have game. That's why I always tell people, man, it's important, it's fellowship with the people that's, gamed up. Always important to fellowship with people that's gamed up. Don't be out here just talking to anybody because you got lips. Talk to people you can learn from. Talk to people who can inspire you. Talk to people who could uplift you, give you some information. Don't talk to people who know less than you. You waste a lot of time and energy. Do you know how much energy it takes to get on the phone and talk to somebody, man, on a daily basis? You dig? We do that all the time. We watch content without proper information. That's why we lacking in so many different things. You got to be careful about the content you consume, the people you talk to, the circles you're around, the rooms you enter. Go where you're celebrated, not tolerated. That's game. You got to understand how to read the room because some of this game ain't transparent. You dig? A lot of this game is, if you're not up on top, you're not really privy to what's going on, somebody could trip across you easily. They could con you out of a lot of situations, and they could con you that you're a good person. And that's what Stefon Diggs didn't understand. He was dealing with that chick for about 4 years, and he didn't understand that she wasn't a good person. See, I wrote down a few things for y'all to digest and to utilize in your daily life so you can get an understanding from the situation and you can use it in your life. I wrote a few things I want y'all to understand. There's 5 things we need to learn from the situation besides what I just said. There's other 5 things that we need to learn. Number 1 is this. A man who can't control his flesh will always be a slave to his mood. Understand that. See, Stefon Diggs was caught up in the flesh. He saw a female that he liked. She had a little fatty. She was really not that cute in the face. That's just my opinion. You dig? I saw her on the stand. She was really not that cute. He saw a chick he really liked. And you dig? He took it down. And the sex probably was amazing for him because, he just coming off of his, being drafted. He on a certain high and he's a square. You dig? Nigga that ain't probably had no motion in school. So he saw something with a fat ass, okay smile. I wouldn't say a pretty smile. She had an okay smile. You dig? No offense, no disrespect. I'm just telling you, you're not my flavor, but you're his flavor. Anyway, because I saw you on the stand, ma. If you're watching this, just understand. He tripping. But anyway, let's move forward. He saw something he liked and, he took it down. But what he fell short with is not only did he take it down, he started really rocking with shorty. You know what I mean? Some shorties are just meant to be taken down and that's about it. He started really rocking with her and he liked her so much he gave her a position. He gave us the head chef. You dig? He made it a head chef. Shorty couldn't even boil water. But he made it a head chef. You dig? And anyway, of course, he rocking with her for a couple of years. So she thinking that, okay, I got me one. That's in her mind. She thinking, I got me one. Not understanding that, he's a young dumb. Well, I don't want to insult the young man, but he's a young, uneducated man when it comes to lifestyle and how to move and how to navigate life. He's not educated in that kind of way, you dig? Like I said again, we don't want to insult or disrespect nobody. We just want to look at the situation and pick out what we see through observation. He wasn't really gamed up on life. He ain't really had no mentor, nobody around him with no game. So anyway, he moved her into the crib. Now she can't boil water. She playing like she the head chef. Yeah, she the head chef because she going down low and making him, or making her touch his toe, or making, I know what I'm trying to say. Either way, she the head chef. The head doctor, the head one in charge. And come to find out, he had a whole nother chick that he was knocking down as well, moving in the house as well. Now, mind you, while all this is going on, he got a public relationship with Cardi B, one of the baddest in the game. Come on, man. I mean, not as far as beauty-wise, but just as far as being a hustler, a go-getter, being a person. And she's also cute as well. We're not going to knock, surgery does a body good. You dig? So we're not gonna knock that. She definitely is cute. She definitely do her thing. She not my flavor, but she the flavor of the month or the week for whoever likes that. You dig? She not my flavor, but obviously she's his flavor. He got one of the baddest in the game. Like I said again, she tearing it down. Her star power is up here. She doing her thing. Shout out to the Latinos. You feel me? So anyway, he got her locked down. And he got this public relationship. And now, mind you, Cardi B and these other chicks are being friendly with each other. That's his first mistake right there. How dare you bring a chick that you hitting on the side in the same presence of your girl or the one you claiming, you out of pocket for even doing that. See, somebody should have pulled your coat and told you. You never introduced the main to the side piece. You tripping? Nah, that's gonna cause friction. You think you that smooth that you can get away with this? Your money ain't that long. Your game ain't that strong. He thought he was gonna be able to get away with that, and he did for a little bit. But see, what he didn't really perceive, or what he didn't really understand, is that women operate off the spirit of emotion. She might be getting along with it for right now, but as soon as you do something out of the norm that she feels is disrespectful, or she feels that you shouldn't be doing, she gonna turn around and use that against you, because all she doing is building up points. You dig? She's building up points because they have a track record of so long before they make a move. You dig? Women have a track record of all the shit you did. If you did something from the first day y'all met, she got that noted down. If you did something last week, she got that noted down. She got a track record she's building for you. You dig? And she's gaining resentment for you because obviously she feels like she's not being treated right. And she was supposed to go on a vacation or go to Art Basel. This is what I, saw when I was looking through Instagram and they was talking about this. She was supposed to go to Art Basel. Long story short, short story long. He told her, you can't go because the other chick that I'm dealing with is going, and I don't want to cause no confusion. She was making plans with Cardi B, and she was all geeked up thinking she was going to be with the celebrities doing a thing, because by the time she thinking she up there, because now, not only you made her the head chef, you made her acquaintance with your girl, who is mega famous. So now she got an ego and she thinking she's up there with these people because she's in the circle with these people. Not understanding, you just a little chef. Calm down. Stay your ass in your position. You dig? But anyway, he told her she can't go. She got mad. Words, start flying. She quote unquote said he choked her and, and slapped her or whatever, right? He was found not guilty. Kudos to him. You know what I mean? Kudos to him. And if that did happen to her, he was found not guilty. So 9 out of 10 times it never even happened. She wanted to ruin his life because she couldn't go to Art Basel. She was in her feelings. And amongst other things, because if they've been dating for 4 years, you already know there's a whole laundry list of things that he probably did in the course of that time that made her upset. You dig? So a lot of times what guys got to understand is this, man. Listen, hell has no fury like a woman scorned. A woman is upset with you and she's mad at you. Oh, listen, man, you can forget about it, man. You dig? You got to understand, man, you're going to go through the fire. You dig? But that's number one on my list. I want you to understand that, man. A man who can't control his flesh would always be a slave to his mood. Hold up, this is my brother calling me right now on FaceTime, man. I'm going to answer it real quick, man. Let him know, man, I'm going live, man. Listen, bro, I'm live right now, baby. I'm live. I'm just letting you know I'm live, man. Y'all say what up to Red Boss, man. Say what up to Red Boss, man. I'm live, man. That's the one when I'm going through something in life, we chop it up. We share a game with each other. You know what I mean? He pulled me off the ledge. Anytime I want to just hang it all up. I'm live, baby. I'm in the crib. Yeah, what up, baby? Mike P, I'm live right now. Yeah, that's Mike P right there, man. Yeah, it's live. Word. Yeah, man, I'm live right now, baby. Yeah, man, I'm live right now. Yeah, Hey, man, y'all go gamble, man. I'm retired. I'm retired, man. I don't gamble no more, man. You know what I mean? I took too much gambles in life, man. I don't gamble no more, man. But you dig? Kudos to y'all, though. I hope y'all win. They gambling at the Durango Casino right now, man. But yeah, that's my homeboy Red Boss and Mike P, man. He has a comedy club, Lunar Lounge, every Tuesday. He performs on the strip. He's been doing that for 15 years, and he's a funny guy. If y'all ever in Las Vegas and y'all want to go check him out, definitely go check him out. Lunar Lounge, nice lounge. Got hookah, got all that, got fun, got laughter, everything. Anybody that know me, y'all know I love comedy. And my homeboy Red Boss, that's somebody I chop it up with when I want to, you know what I mean, make a decision, things I need to do. I just want a second opinion. I holler at my nigga Red Boss and he give me some good game, you dig? Gotta find people that's like-minded that you can fellowship with, you know what I mean? Let me know if I'm talking too fast. Nah, you just listening too slow. Catch up, you dig? Anyway, Like I said, a man that's doesn't know how to control his flesh would always be a slave to his mood. Number 2, never mix business with pleasure if you're a square. Very important. And I, quote unquote, like I said, I want to say this very the correct way. If you're a square, never mix business with pleasure. Those who get it, get it. Those who don't get it, don't need to get it. It is what it is. You know what I mean? Never mix business with pleasure. That's number 2 on the list. Number 3 on the list is this. A woman's scorn will burn the whole house down. When a woman is scorned, man, she'll burn the whole house down and she don't care if she's in it. All right? Always remember that. Number 4, the truth would always be your defense. Lead with the truth. The truth is your defense. Understand that. I'll break all these down in a minute, but I have to give you a list real quick. You dig? Number 5, all things come with a price, even a lifestyle. All things come with a price. If you live in a boss life, you got your money right, listen, that comes with a price. All things comes with a price. Now let's break it all down. Like I said, number 1, if you can't control your flesh, you'll be a slave to your mood. I broke that down already, you dig? Your fleshly desires would always put you in trouble. So you always got to be aware of that, understand that you can't be moved by a fat ass and a pretty face. Like I said, he saw her, she had a fat ass, okay face, and he knocked it down, moved her into the crib, and of course, after that, it was chaos. That's one of the things you never do. You never move a side piece into your crib. You out of pocket, especially if you're a hot boy. You got girls coming in left and right. Come on, man. You out of pocket with all that, man. How you gonna move a side piece into your crib? That niggas ain't. That's could tell you when you don't have no game. That's when you at the bottom of the list when it comes to game. You move a side piece into your crib. You tripping. You got a mega mansion or a big ass house, and you gonna move a chick in that you just knocking down occasionally. You tripping. Like I said, number 2, never mix business with pleasure if you're a square. All my real niggas understand what I mean. For you square niggas who don't get it, it is what it is. But listen, you don't mix business with squares, man. Never let a square get in your circle because they gonna always have a different way of thinking. You dig? Especially when you're dealing with certain type of people. It's very important that you gotta have a woman that's really teachable, that's coachable, that wants to learn from you, that wants to be on your frequency, that understands you, that pays attention to you, knows your do's and don'ts, know what you like and your dislikes, and she's attentive to all your details. You dig? She's very attentive to details, and she wants to see you win. She wants to see you be great. Very important, because if you put a square in your circle or mix business with pleasures with the wrong person, they could destroy you because they know all your information. They know passwords. They know information to the websites. They know information to the the database. They know a lot of different things about you because now she's in your business, and she got all the business credentials. She got all the business information. She has things that a normal woman wouldn't have that you're dealing with. You dig? So you gotta always understand that when you mix business with pleasure, you opening the door for disaster. If you don't have control of that situation, she can really ruin your business. She can ruin your career. Hence, him being dropped from the Patriot. He got cut from his team. He lost his girl. He lost the Super Bowl, but he won the trial. But that came with a big price. That came with a heavy price. Was it worth it? Not in my opinion. I could avoid the trial. I don't mind losing my girl. I don't mind getting cut from the Patriots. That's heavy. But it wasn't worth it. It wasn't worth it. I appreciate the fact that I won the trial, but none of that shit was worth it. So you got to understand, when you mix business with pleasure with a woman, man, she has all of your credentials. She's privy to information that the average woman would never be privy to. So she has the power to really take your whole foundation down. She can destroy what you build. So you have to be very careful, especially if the female is, like I said again, very attentive to detail. She's very educated and she's smart. So she's going to have so many different ways she can triple cross you. You won't see it coming. You won't see it coming. So you got to be very strategic and very careful about that. Number 3, like I said, a scorned woman would burn down the house. You dig? A scorned woman when she's hurt, she's gonna go through lengths to destroy you. And I had a situation similar to not his, but I had a situation where a woman wanted to try to destroy me in a certain way, or just put me out there in a way to make me look, negative in the eyes of the public. All my life I heard the expressions, you gotta fake it to make it. But I never really subscribed to that concept, because I believe you gotta think it to make it. See, whatever the mind of man can conceive and bring itself to believe, he can achieve. Change your mind and you can change your life.
Take a whiff, I'm the black Richie Rich. Do it all on my own. I ain't never need a cause it's all in the wrist. She in love with the sniff. I'm in love with the bricks. Like I'm short, like I'm thick. Make a bust like the rhyme. Only hit it one time.
I was dealing with this chick one time, right? She was cool. We was vibing for a little while. You know what I mean? Very attractive young lady. She was okay. On a scale of 1 to 10, I would give her a 7.5 to keep it 100. Ain't no fronting in my game. She was a 7.5, but she was an asset, you dig? And she was beneficial in my life. And we was rocking for a little while. I knew she was kind of cuckoo crazy. Not too much crazy that I couldn't handle her, but I knew she had a little, certain behaviors that I was gonna have to deal with later on, right? So anyway, we was rocking with each other for about 3 months. And, she was going through some things in her life. And I helped out in a lot of different ways. And I put her in a position to really win. Anytime I'm dealing with a female, I like to try to help and put them in good positions. I don't like to just leave them where they at. Anytime you meet a person, you gotta always, find ways that you can be a benefit to them. And hopefully she could be a benefit to you as well. We don't just, at least me, I don't just have relations just to have relations. I like to add value to people's lives. If I can't add value to your life, and if you can't add value to my life, then that means, I'm doing something wrong. You dig? I feel like if you do enough work on yourself, anybody you meet, you will be able to add value to their life. It don't have to be financially. It could be just having a good conversation, or being an ear for that person to speak to, and you can be a good listener, because sometimes that might be what that person is needing at that time. She just wants somebody to listen, right? Or she may need help with just trying to get us, life organized in a lot of different ways. And you can be that as well, because you got your life together. So if you worked on yourself and you did the work on yourself as much as you could, and you reach to a point where you feel like you've arrived, then you could be an asset to somebody else, because, they can see where they want to be when they look at you. And that was her. She wanted to, kind of level up in life. And I put her in a position to level up. We was rocking with each other. We was mixing business with pleasure. It was all gravy until it wasn't. You know what I mean? And it got to a point where I didn't want to rock with her no more. I didn't want to deal with her. I didn't want to be with her. I didn't want to involve myself with her. And she was staying at one of my Airbnbs. And in this particular Airbnb, I had a nice white couch, right? I had a nice white couch, and I had some paintings I did. I painted Snoopy, his girlfriend, and Charlie Brown. These are some of the first paintings I've ever done. And she was in that particular spot. And I told her, this ain't working out. For whatever reason, I forgot why I said that it wasn't working out. But anyway, that don't even matter. I told her it wasn't really working out. You got to move out. You got to get your own spot. I'm done helping you, done doing what I was supposed to be doing. You dig? It is what it is. I help you enough. She was mad and upset at that. She didn't know how to take rejection. And that's why it's very important for when you break up with a female, you got to do it strategically. That's for another topic, for another time. You dig? That taught me this lesson. You know what I mean? That you have to be very strategic about how you break up with a female. You dig? If I could have rewind time, I would do it differently. But anyway, instead of leaving nicely and calmly, of course, she had to be ratchet and had to be ghetto, and she had to do some ghetto ass shit. She poured hot sauce all over my white couch. I'm talking about that Louisiana hot sauce. That's that hot sauce, you dig? She poured that motherfucker all over my beautiful leather white couch. I was like, God damn, how dare you do such a thing to me after I done motherfucking led you to the water and told you and made you and showed you how to drink. But she did it anyway. And she motherfucking took a knife and stabbed my paintings and threw hot sauce on that motherfucker as well. And these was beautiful white paintings I did. She stabbed them with a knife and threw hot sauce on it. I was like, God damn, man. So you could imagine when I walk into the spot and I'm like, oh man, I seen hot sauce all over my beautiful white couch. I think I spent a bag for this couch. And the paintings were sentimental to me because these are some of the first paintings I've ever done. I still got these paintings to this day because I'm thinking, how can I revive these paintings? But I can't, because she stabbed a hole in all of them and threw hot sauce on it. But I'm just thinking in my mind, how can I do something creatively to bring these back to life? But I'm just dreaming and wishing on a star. I really need to give them motherfuckers away or throw them away, you dig? But I still got them because they hold so much sentimental value. So anyway, she did all this shit, and I go into the spot, and I'm looking at the place. I'm seeing it all ramshack. She messed it all up. But mind you, even after she did that, she's still calling me 50 times a day trying to get back with me. I'm talking about 50 times a day. She ringing my line, hitting me up like, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to do it. You know, I get emotional. I love you. I just don't know. I don't know what I'm gonna do without you. And I was like, you know me, I'm Stone Cold Steve Austin. I ain't really fucking. That don't mean nothing to me, you dig? Cry me a river. I told her, listen, man. Don't cry, because crying only adds to the flood. You dig? You need to save those tears. Don't waste them on me, you feel me? Because I was Stone Cold Steve Austin. I wasn't really listening to nothing she was saying because I was already pissed. But see, I'm very smart about how I respond to certain situations. I didn't respond to her violently. I didn't respond negatively. You dig? I just told her I'm not rocking with you. I didn't want to put my hands on her. I didn't want to, I didn't do what Stefon Diggs did. I didn't choke or smack, well, allegedly, because he didn't really do that. He got guilty. He got found not guilty, but you know what I'm trying to say. I didn't respond in a way where, you dig, I physically put my hands on her, did anything like that. I just told her, man, I'm not rocking with you. It is what it is. Anyway, to take it even a step further, what she did was this. She went online and she posted some long ass shit about me on her page on Facebook, right? And she started like just trying to put niggas' business out there in a way, right? With a lot of lies in between. You know how women do. They're going to embellish and they're going to lie. So she putting all this shit out there online, right? So I'm just, going throughout my day, just living. And somebody hit me in my DM, one of my fans, and said, yo, this chick on Facebook just posted some shit about you. And I'm like, word? So I was like, okay, let me go check it out. I check it out, I read it. I was like, damn, how dare you say all this weird ass shit? But anyway, that's fine. It wasn't really too bad. It was just a bitch being mad, right? So anyway, long story short, she didn't get the results that she wanted. She didn't get the traction she wanted. You know why? The bitch only had about 10 followers. Kudos for me, right? The bitch only had 10 followers. So she didn't get no traction. She didn't get the sob story that she wanted to get. She didn't get no what they be looking for. They be looking for some what's the word they be looking for, man? It's a certain word. They looking for sympathy. Yeah, she didn't get no sympathy. Nobody was underneath the comments saying, girl, I can't believe he did that to you. Fuck that nigga, blah, 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 blah. None of that. Right? Bitch only had 10 followers. So kudos to me, you dig? Anyway, long story short, she tried to do everything in her power to try to get to me, try to upset me, try to get a rise out of me, but I didn't. Because I know if I did let her pull me to that edge and I do something out of pocket, she was going to call 911. I already know how these women work. You dig? I already know she going to have the, you know what I mean? The boys in blue looking for me. So I didn't even play those type of games. It is what it is. Anyway, let's keep on moving forward. The story gets even better. So now I'm going through my life. I'm chilling. I'm living life. I'm thinking she forgot about me. I forgot about her. I'm moving on. I'm pulling up to my condo, right? And guess who I see? I see her walking in the condo with 2 police officers. Now I'm bugged out because I'm like, why would she be at my condo with 2 police officers? She never been to my crib. So I was like, she can't be here for me because she's never been to my crib. See, that's another thing. You cannot bring everybody to your crib. Guys, stop bringing every woman you meet to your crib. Get you a $2 hotel. Well, not $2, but $100. Get you a $100 hotel and handle your business, man. Not everybody should have the opportunity to come to where you lay your head at. Very important. Learn from my mistakes. Well, not my mistakes, because I didn't bring it to my crib. You dig? I definitely didn't bring it to my crib. So I'm looking, I'm watching. She don't see me, she don't see my car, but I'm seeing her go into my crib with 2 police officers. So eventually I had to go in the crib. I couldn't really be out there for too long. I went in the building. As soon as I went in the building, guess what? She's coming down. Yeah, she's coming down with the police officers. Come here, Prince. Come here. Yeah, she's coming down with the police officers. So soon as I got down, got in my hallway, she's coming off the elevator with the 2 police officers following her. She walked right by me, didn't say a word. That's when I knew I was safe. I was like, oh shit, damn. So I was cool. I was like, okay, this wasn't for me. She not calling the police for me. Plus, I haven't seen you in 3 to 6 months. So I know it ain't got nothing to do with me. You dig? Well, that's what I'm thinking. But that confirmed it. So long story short, as we move forward, I spoke to one of my homeboys, and he told me about the situation on why she was there. It was another dude that she was involved with, and he couldn't put up with her either. He moved her into his crib. He didn't do what I did, for us get her own place and put her somewhere else. He moved her into his crib, and when he got tired of her, he threw all her stuff out and told her she has to leave. She went and called the police and said he hit me, he did this, he did that, he did all kind of shit. They ended up locking his ass up, and he had to fight that shit, while he was locked up. But that's what can happen when you're dealing with a woman who's possessed with negative energy, and she don't want to see good for you. She don't want to see you to win. You feel me? And you got to know how to read the signs. See, I knew she had qualities that didn't meet my standards. I knew she had qualities that can possibly be dangerous for me down the line. So I said, you know what? I'm going to weed her out. You dig? And that's what I did. And, somebody else picked her up, because, that's how it goes sometimes. You feel me? You drop trash on the ground, that's another man's treasure. She was trash to me, you know what I mean? Like I said again, all she had was a pretty face, but that don't make you bad. That's why I give her a 7.5, because she would have had a 10 if she had the right attitude. She didn't have the right attitude, so you get a 7.5. Just having a pretty face don't make you a bad bitch. You got to have the right attitude. You got to be a nurturing spirit, a calm spirit. You got to be a healer. You got to be somebody who wants to help people, who wants to be good to people. And you just got to just be, a nice person overall. So anyway, that dude got locked up for her. I was happy that it wasn't me. I hope he got out. I think he did eventually get out, got his situation, rectified. She hit me up later on Snapchat talking about she want to get back with me. I told her that's never going to happen in history. Forget about it. Forget about me. Move on with your life. You dig? You not going to ever get us double back with me. That's just how it goes. So I say that to say this. You got to understand a woman scorned, man. She'll burn down everything you built if you got the wrong woman on your side. I was lucky enough to be able to get out of that situation without being, caught up by the boys or caught up in any other situation. Somebody might say, well, it was expensive to lose a couch, expensive to lose some paintings. That's cool. That's fine. But I didn't lose my freedom. You dig? I don't mind losing the couch. I don't mind losing some paintings that's sentimental to me, but I didn't lose my freedom because I made sure I didn't emotionally react. I mentally respond. You dig? Definitely. So that's what you got to do when you're moving through life. You got to understand this. You always have to, Just use your logic. Mentally respond to these situations. Don't trick yourself out of your position. Very important. I just had to let y'all know that story. It was a little bit long, but it was a good one because it was, it's how I do with these stories, man. Sometimes, I live the colorful life, baby. I live a really, I live a hell of a life. I don't you know what I mean? I don't know what to tell you. I really live a hell of a life. You feel me? Number 4, truth is your best defense. See, when you lead with the truth, you don't get caught up in the webs of lies. I'm going to say that again. When you lead with the truth, you don't get caught up in a web of lies. So it's very important to lead with the truth. I got to say it a third time because I know y'all be listening too slow. When you lead with the truth, you don't get caught up in a web of lies. And that's what happened to homeboy. He got caught up in a web of lies because he was lying to the side chick and the second side chick, and he was lying to Cardi B. He was doing a lot of lying. I tell chicks all the time, I don't lie. I lie in my bed with my pillow under my head. That's the only lying I do. I might be lying when I say that, but it is what it is. You dig? But it's very important to understand as well. A well-placed truth is better than a lie. So it's very important to know how to place the truth. Very important. It takes a lot of skills, takes a lot of practice because it's in people's nature to lie. People do it sometimes unconsciously to just lie, right? And that's what got them caught up, just lying. When you lie like that, you only gonna put yourself in a trick bag. You gonna put yourself in a situation where you don't want to be in, because now you playing with these women emotions. And like I said, when women get emotionally involved, they liable to do anything. She went up on that stand and said all that bullshit, and when it comes down to it, she was lying the whole time. But he left room and opportunity for that to happen by being the head liar in that whole relationship. He should have told her position, not just the head chef, but told her real position. You not that one in my life. You not number one. You got to really understand this. So don't get it confused. You dig? She really didn't understand her position. She didn't really get a clear, understanding of it, because she wouldn't have put herself out there like that and embarrass herself in the front of the whole world. Make us think that this nigga did this and did that. Come to find out you lying and bullshitting, acting like you didn't get paid, but you did get paid. I don't understand that. How you smashing a chick, you hired her, and you paying her too. She's really winning. So I don't know why she fucking up the bag like that, but she tells you when women are moving off their emotions, they don't have no common sense. You get to have one of the dudes that's the head quarterback for the Patriots. You living in a mansion where he lives at, and he's paying you every week. And you getting above average salary, and you can't even boil water. You are actually winning in this situation. All you have to do is play your position. You don't always got to be the main one in charge. You don't always got to be the main chick. Play your position. You side chick material. Just be cool with that. Be all right with that. If that's what you want to do, just be cool. You ain't got no motherfucking other skills, right? You ain't got no other talent. You can't cook. You can't clean. He got somebody he's knocking down to clean, and he only needs you to cook, and you can't even boil water. You dig? On the stand, they said the day he allegedly smacked and strangle her or whatever, she cooked dry hot dogs. If I'm $1 million nigga, ain't nowhere in the world you gonna cook me any dry hot dogs, man. I'm not eating that. Matter of fact, I don't eat Franks. I just don't do that. I don't put hot dogs in my mouth. That ain't what I do. Shout out to you, what they call them, glizzy eaters. Yeah, I just don't do that. We don't eat hot dogs. I don't know where they do that at. I just never did that. I don't go to a baseball game where they serve hot dogs. And if I do go to a baseball game, the last thing I'm ordering on the menu is a hot dog. That's just not me. But If that's you, I mean, hey, it is what it is. So my point is, you move a chick in your house that can't boil water, and you got another chick to clean, and you smashing all these women, and you lying to each and every one of them, man. Listen, man, anytime you leading with lies, man, listen, you're going to get caught up in that lie. Because you have to continue that lie, and you got to keep on going with that lie. So it's best to tell the truth and let her know what it is. This is what it is. This is how I'm moving. This is what I'm doing. If you're going to ride with me or you're going to not. You know what I mean? It is what it is. But I'm not changing my lifestyle for nobody. You got to respect it. I'm not changing my lifestyle for nobody. And you got to understand, number 5, last but not least, that everything comes with a price, even the lifestyle. The lifestyle comes with a price. You don't get the money, the fame, the attention, the women, and it don't come with a price. You got to know how to discipline yourself. You got to have discipline. Don't let the money and the fame go to your head. Don't let women coming at you left and right go to your head. They'll come at anybody that they see that got a little bit of fame and money and attention. You dig? So you got to understand, it's just your turn. She don't belong to you. She belongs to the game. Give her back when you get done with her. But don't get caught up to the point where you now emotionally involved with this female. You move her into your house and you paying her to be there just to boil water. You tripping. Now you put yourself in a trick position. Now you not a player. Now you not the head nigga that you think you are. How you think you got the juice if you paying a woman to be there? If you got women in your house so you can have in-house pussy. If you a player, man, you get her another condo somewhere else away from you so you can do what you do and she don't got to see what's going on in your motherfucking vicinity. She's away from you and you do your thing and she don't got to know what the right hand is doing. You heard the terminology years ago when you was a kid. Never let the left hand know what the right hand is doing. And how you do that? You keep her away from you. She has a condo somewhere else or an apartment somewhere else. You doing your thing in a big house and she comes over periodically. You have a good time, but you don't let her get too comfortable where now she's in your house, cooking your food, going to your fridge, going through your drawer, looking through all your personal documents when you're not around. Now she has information on you that nobody should have. And now she's ready to out you and expose you. Your information is all on the shade room because you let a traitor get into your house and infiltrate your infrastructure. It happens every day. Somebody got to school these young kids when they come into to the NBA or NFL. They got to understand how to move. You got to know how to move. You got to understand this, man. They put people out there to trick you out of your position. How you think Robin Gibbs was able to get Mike Tyson for all that money, man? They put people in position to trick you out of your position and triple cross you. And they find ways to get the money back from you. They give you the money for the fight. They give you the money for your talent. But then they put a decoy in your life to put you in a situation to trick you out of your money. Now you putting the money right back into the system. It happens every day. And we fall for it because we don't know better. We don't believe that the powers that be could be so devious. We don't believe that they could be so sneaky. But I'm here to tell you, that's how the game is played. They don't give you 300 million, 200 million without intentions of getting it back. I'm gonna say that again because I think y'all don't really get that. They don't give you 200 million, 300 million without intentions of getting it back. And if they gotta put a woman in your life, if they gotta put you through a circumstance or situation or an event and triple cross you, and now you gotta spend lawyer money, lawyer fees, judges fees, you gotta pay a lot of people to get you out of your situation. This is how they get the money back into the system. They gonna get the money back some way or another if they really wanna get you. That's like I said again, that's how Robin Gibbs was able to get, Mike Tyson bag. He lost a lot of money. He made so much money that it was just unexplainable. It was ridiculous. He had so much money and power, but that woman brought him down to his knees. Robin Gibbs brought Mike Tyson down to his knees. If you ever see an interview with Robin Gibbs and Mike Tyson on a couch and they having a conversation, they were talking, having an interview, you could see Mike Tyson was like a baby lamb in the front of Robin Gibbs. He wasn't even speaking. Mind you, he was only 20 to 21 around this time. Heavyweight champion of the world, hundreds of millions of dollars, and the woman is controlling the whole infrastructure. she was able to control Mike Tyson and have him do whatever she wants at her beck and call. And in the end, he ended up giving her all kind of money. She ended up winning. You don't even hear about Robin Gibbons no more. That's how much money she got from that nigga, man. You don't even hear about her. You don't even see her acting nowhere. You don't see her doing nothing. And if anybody want to know who Robin Gibbons is, I think she acted on this movie called Boomerang with Eddie Murphy. I think she was in that movie. But yeah, she was a fine little beautiful black chick. Yeah, she was cool. She had a very unique look, very strange look, but she was still cute. You know what I mean? Still cute. We ain't gonna knock her. You dig? But she got a bag from Tyson because that's how they play the game. They play the game dirty like that. They play the game dirty like that. So you got to understand, when you come into the NFL, the NBA, and you come into a big lump sum of money, man, they got private investigators watching you 24/7. They know what you like. They know what you don't like. They know what you ate this morning. They know what you ate last night. They do research on you. They know everything about you. They know what type of fabric softener you put in your laundry. They know what type of detergent you use. They know what type of pills you may be taking for prescription or whatever have you. They know you to the T. Don't think they give you tens of millions and they don't do their research. They don't do their homework. Don't be an idiot. Don't think that's how life works. The lifestyle costs. It costs. It all comes with a price. Don't think they don't think they just give you these millions and they let you roam free and do whatever you want. If you snort cocaine, they know about it. If you smoke weed, they know about it. If you smoke cigarettes, they know about it. If you like doing some shit that nobody should know about, they know about it. You dig? If you got a fetish for midgets, they know about it. If you like to smell feet and fart, they know about it. You dig? If you got any type of fetish, they into it. They know about it. And they'll send it your way. Why you think they got... Anyway, let me stop. You feel me? Let me chill out, man. Let me see what's popping, man. Let me get some likes, man. I think we can go to commercial break real quick, man. Let me see some likes real quick, all right? Everybody always asks me, what do I put in my hair? They want to know how I keep my hair shining the way it does. As you can see, I am the wave king. Nobody wavier than me. It's a done deal. You can start calling me Mr. Tsunami. But I want to put y'all on to my new product. It's called Likquid Gold. Natural hair oil that you definitely need in your life ASAP. I'm going to walk you through how I keep my hair shining the way it does, you dig? First, you got to get you one of these right here. This is a Ziploc bag. Could you put it in your hand and still rub it all over your hair? Yeah, you can, but I use a Ziploc bag because I keep my waves laid flat. And you already know waves are just curls laid flat. You know what I mean? So boom, you get the bottle of Likquid Gold. You get as much as you can. You drop it on the Ziploc bag like such. You rub it all together and you start to moisturize your hair, man. You know, somebody might say, why are you using a Ziploc bag? Listen, man, I am who I am, man. I do things a little bit different around here, man. And I like my waves to be, you know what I mean, compressed and looking fresh. So definitely get y'all some Likquid Gold, man. Trust me, it's going to change your life. If y'all want to keep y'all hair looking right, you dig, get you that Likquid Gold. If you want better edge control, ladies, definitely get you some Likquid Gold. If you want to refrain from going bald, get you that Likquid Gold natural hair oil. From yours truly, LikquidCash.com. Check out the site. You're definitely going to see something you like. Cheers. We back like cook crack. How you love that? Man, make sure y'all get that. Yeah, that Likquid Gold natural hair oil. You dig? Make sure y'all get that. If y'all want y'all waves to spin and shine like mine. My bad, the mic was off. You know, I'm still getting the hang of this, you dig? Pardon me. But yeah, make sure y'all go get that, all right? Make sure y'all get that Likquid Gold natural hair oil if you want your wave to shine like mine. If you want to make sure you got better edge control, hey, listen, man, get you that natural. Like I said again, natural Likquid Gold hair oil, man. You dig? Make sure y'all get that. It's important that y'all support the platform. But like I said again, man, it's a lot of things that you can learn from this situation, man. Like I said to y'all, even though he won the case, he lost his Patriots contract. He missed out on money. And he had his name dragged publicly. You know what I mean? He won in court, but that doesn't erase the damage that, you know, that him being possessed by his flesh caused. You dig? Caused a lot of damage. He put a stain on his name. So now it's going to be, it's going to be kind of hard for him to get another contract with another team. Somebody will pick him up because he's very talented, but they're going to definitely do some homework on him. Make sure that he got his mind right. Make sure he has the right intentions and he's moving in the right direction. You dig? So it's going to be a lot of different things that has to transpire before he gets picked up by another team. So it's very important that y'all understand, man, when you have a gift and God bless you with an opportunity for your gift to actually be, come into fruition, your dreams actually come true, you cannot let the devil trick you out of your position. You cannot let your lustful desires trick you out of your position. You dig? Whatever it is that you into, whether you into drugs, you into weed, you into cocaine, you into girls, you into partying, you into drinking, whatever it is you into, you're going to have to put that to the back burner, man. You're going to have to be able to shake that monkey off your back if you want to take it to the next level. Obviously, you got some sort of discipline in order to achieve a dream of that magnitude. It's really 0.1% that ever make it to the NFL or NBA, man. That's like really trying to hit the mega ball or the power ball, you dig? It's very hard to make it in the NBA or the NFL. You have to be the top of your game. So you have discipline, you just have it in the wrong place or in the wrong direction. You have to, once you get where you're going, you can't just fall back. You have to understand that that's where the work comes in. You know what I mean? When you get to where you're going, now you have to put the pressure on it. You know what I mean? Now you got to put the pedal to the metal. Now you got to apply more pressure. Now you really got to go in. You dig? The moment I start seeing people actually listen to what I had to say, people start paying attention to my content, you think I could relax now and just kick back and be like, I made it, kick my feet up and go take a vacation? Nah, I had to really, take it all the way to 1,000. I had to work constantly, day and night. 20 hours a day, only getting really 4 hours of sleep. And even when I'm sleeping, I'm thinking about what I'm doing tomorrow. So it's no rest, just so I can give y'all top quality content because I got your attention. You think I'm gonna get your attention and just fall back and just relax? Now that I get your attention, I'm going to turn up. I'm going to go even harder. I'm really going to give y'all some real game. So that's how you got to move. When you have the light on you, the spotlight, and people start paying attention and they really listening, that's when you really got to put in the work. It ain't no time to slack. It's time to hit the gym, read, lock in, study, fellowship with people that's like-minded, that's in your field of business, and really brainstorm new ideas of how y'all can take it further. You dig? This is the remedy for success. Understand, and once you start doing that and you see a high level of success, you start to gain more confidence because success builds confidence. Confidence creates activity. Activity creates habits. Habits creates results. You dig? And once you see those results, man, that's going to motivate you to do more. That's why I do more, because I see the results in what I do. Shout out to the person that gave me that $9.99, man. Yeah, Sam. Shout out to you for giving me that $9.99. You dig? I might be able to buy the Brooklyn Bridge now because I got that $9.99. I'm going to put that $9.99 with that $2 I got from Mariah Lee T. You dig? So now we got $11. Yeah, $11. Hey, man, every dollar counts. Somebody might say, man, you've been on this for an hour and you only got $11. Hey, man, it is what it is, man. I don't do this just, for $11. I do this because I love my people and I want to give y'all some of this good game. Plus, I like to come on camera looking fly, popping my shit, you dig? Looking smooth, looking dapper. You feel me? Smelling like new money. You dig? I have a good time doing this, man. I ain't gonna lie. I just be wanting to get fresh. I got so much clothes. I just come on this shit just, show what I got on for the day, man. I ain't even gonna lie to y'all, man. I just want to show y'all what I got on for the day, man. That's all I want to do, man. It is what it is, man. But shout out to y'all for that $11, man. I appreciate that. You dig? Anytime y'all want a consultation call, man, you know what I'm saying? Y'all know what y'all need to do, man. CreateASteadyHustle.com. Get that consultation call, man. Hey, listen, man, you got questions, I got answers. Y'all know what it is, man. Like I said again, we giving y'all so much game in this episode because I believe it's a teachable moment. We can't look at people's lives and just look at it and judge and laugh and point the fingers. Understand it can happen to you. We are not exempt. These things can happen to any one of us. And we want support when we go through situations in life, right? We don't want nobody pointing the fingers and laughing out our struggles and trials and tribulations. We want support. So let's support these people that we see that we admire. We admire them for their talents and their gift. We got to support them when they're going through something too. We can't just automatically think they're guilty just because they're faced with a charge. Understand, you're innocent until proven guilty. You dig? And of course, Stefon Diggs was proven innocent. And we want to just celebrate that for a second because we don't get a lot of wins. Men don't get a lot of wins, man. They put a lot of us in jail. You already know P. Diddy in jail, R. Kelly in jail, Bill Cosby was in jail, Mike Tyson was in jail, Tupac was in jail. They put a lot of our, leaders and celebrities in jail. So when we get a win, we have to celebrate that. We got to celebrate that, you know what I mean? Even though, it was at the expense of somebody else because she thought she was going to win the case. She thought she had it, locked and signed and sealed. But it is what it is, man. No, hell has no fury like a woman scorned. She was scorned. You could see it in her face. She thought she was going to win that case. Nah, baby. We know when there was crocodile tears, you was trying to, act like you was crying and shit on stand. There was crocodile tears, baby. Stevie Wonder could see you was fronting and faking, baby. We knew you wasn't really crying. Come on, man. You dig? And you wanted him to pay you twice. He already gave you $4,000 for the week. You want another $1,000 on top of that just because you couldn't get to go to Art Basel. You want to be outside. You want to be with Cardi B. You want to be with the big dogs. Sit your ass down, man. You a little pup. You feel me? You should have played your position. You had a good thing going. Now your reputation is damaged. Yeah, you thought you was just damaging his reputation, but your reputation is damaged as well. Now, ain't nobody gonna hire you to be no cook. You can't be a chef anywhere because everybody gonna remember you doing this. So they're gonna be wary about hiring you in any other job you go to because they're gonna pull up your history and they're gonna realize you the female that sued Stefon Diggs and you lost and you lied. You dig? So this is a lesson to you women out there that's out here that's suing guys and lying on men because they are, they are in the public eye. They have a lot of money. They have a lot of celebrity, and you feel like you can get away with it because, they might want to give you hush money to let it all go away. But Stefon wasn't doing that. He offered you $100,000. You didn't take it, and he took your ass to trial. Because he knew in his heart he wasn't guilty. And not only he knew that, he was able to prove that. You dig? So yeah, like I said again, y'all ladies gotta, well, let me not say ladies, with women, y'all gotta keep this in mind. Pardon me, I'm just trying to stop saying ladies so much. I was having a conversation with somebody online and they said, why you say ladies so much? And I said, I don't know. It's a part of, my dialogue. I just say it. And she said, you should try using women more. And I said, you know what? I'm gonna take that criticism and I'm gonna utilize that. I'm gonna start saying women more instead of saying ladies. You dig? See, so y'all can leave y'all comments and y'all can tell me y'all concerns and I'll listen to it if it's some good game. I can learn from you as well. I'm not so egotistical that I can't learn from my viewers and the people that watch me. So if you have, you want to critique some of the things I say or some of the things I do, I don't mind taking a little criticism because it only gonna make me better. It don't never, never hurt my feelings. You dig? So anyway, man, like I said again, I hope this is a lesson to you women out there to understand when you lie on somebody's name, man, you damaging their name, but you also damaging yours. And when you lose a case of that magnitude, you lose in life because it's going to be hard for you to get a job after that. It's going to be hard for people to take you serious. It's going to be hard for people to trust you because they saw what you did to somebody of that stature. You think anybody else want to put themselves in that position? As soon as you come up for an application to try to get a job, I'm going to check your whole facts and realize, oh, nah, you've been in some accidents. Oh, nah, you took this one to trial. Oh, nah, you did this, you did that. You sued that one, sued this one. You think I want to be in business with you? You think I want you in my office or around my money, around my situation, so you can try to hit me with a sexual assault case? Nah, we not hiring you. So when you're doing things like that, women, you got to understand you damaging your reputation as well. You dig? So you got to be mindful of that. When you out here lying and moving off your emotions, you putting yourself in a bad situation, in a bad spot. And you don't want to do that. So you got to make sure, hey, lead with the truth. Let the truth be your best defense. You dig? Too much game, man. I hope y'all enjoying the show, man. Let me see what's popping with y'all, man. We're going to give y'all an opportunity to call in right now, man. Let me give y'all an opportunity to speak to your boy real quick. Give me a second. Let me put my number in the chat, all right? Give me 1 second, y'all. Let me get some likes. Let me get some... As soon as y'all let me get some likes, man. If y'all loving the game, y'all loving what y'all hearing, y'all loving what's going on, man, let me get some likes. I'm going to give y'all an opportunity to talk to yours truly. You heard? Yeah, I'm going to give y'all an opportunity to talk to yours truly. I know, y'all don't get a lot of time. Y'all don't got a lot of chances to talk to me, so I know y'all appreciate it when I give y'all an opportunity to holler at your boy. And guess what? I'm also going live tomorrow as well. I'm going live tomorrow for my book club. If you're not a part of the book club, you need to be a part of that book club ASAP, all right? Give y'all an opportunity to holler at your boy real quick. I'm going to pin this number. Y'all can call in ASAP, and we can chop it up, all right? We can have a conversation. Y'all give me y'all 2 cents on this situation. Let me know what y'all feeling. Whatever's on your mind. You might have been in a situation similar, or you might have went through something in your life that you want to speak about that's maybe not even on topic. It could be off topic. It's all good. This is a room where you could feel comfortable to express yourself and share whatever information that you want to share. And we could, try to, give some understanding where it need to be. You dig? Like I told y'all again, I appreciate y'all for being here, man. Y'all could be anywhere in the world, but y'all here with me, man. We over here trying to give y'all some of the best content possible, man. At Create a Steady Hustle. That's my number one job, man, is to give y'all the most content, the best content possible. And when you really think about this whole situation, to be honest with y'all, man, this is the best case of when trying to be a player goes wrong. That's what this really situation is all about. This is the prime example of when trying to be a player goes wrong, man. If it ain't in you, it ain't in you, man. You got to accept that. You dig? If it ain't in you, it ain't in you, man. You can't just all of a sudden get some money, get some fame, and automatically think you a player. It don't work like that, baby. Come here, Prince. What's up, boy? You know what I mean? And that happens for a lot of people when they get money and they get fame and they get attention. They want to be gangsters. They want to be players. They want to be all kind of things except who they truly are. You a good kid that grew up in a good city with a good mother and father, with a good family structure that made your dreams come true. So you got to look at that as a blessing and not put yourself in any situation that's going to trick you out of your position. And that's what happens for most of these kids, man. As soon as they see a level of fame, success, and money, they lose their mind. Now they want to be gangsters. Now they want to be players. You never was a player. What you think happened to, what I mean? Look at Tiger Woods. We got to look at all of these situations as a teachable moment. You can't laugh at them and just be like, oh, shit, he fucked up the bag. He fumbled the bag or whatever. Nah, it's a teachable moment. Tiger Woods was trying to be something he wasn't. He's a good golfer. He had a good father who taught him how to golf. He came up with a good background, and he got some money, got some fame, and it went to his head, and he was in Vegas living La Vida Loca, doing the most. Look what happened to Lamar Odom. Biggest basketball player in the world, playing for the Lakers. You caught in Nevada at the motherfucking Bunny Ranch, overdose, almost losing your life, all for some pussy, all for some excitement, all for the thrill. We have to look at these people's lives as a teachable moment. I don't look at no celebrity and idolize any celebrity because I understand they are just like me. They was born with flaws. They're not perfect. I look at some of the good things they do and I mirror some of those things if I feel I can utilize those things in my life and they can help me to get to where I want to go. And I just avoid to do anything that they did negative. I stay away from drugs, stay away from alcohol, stay away from women that are not positive or not, beneficial to my health and wellness. You dig? So all of these people we see, we watch, and we love them from a distance because we don't know who they are, right? And we just see them go through so many different things in life. And in our eyes, we feel like they got it all. They have the world. But low-key, they missing something. They missing something. Not because it seemed like you got it all figured out. That means you have it all figured out. And that's, a lot of these dudes in these situations, man. You dig? They never was getting no box when they was in school coming up. And they finally got some success and they was able to explore their sexual urges and their sexual, desires, and they realize, oh shit, I can get any girl I want, and then they overdo it. They take it to the next level. You dig? They overdo it, and they don't understand. You got to be a wise king. You got to be a disciplined king. You can't just, take advantage of your powers. You got to know your powers, and you got to be able to harness your powers, and you got to be able to, use it to the best of your ability. Why you think it was important to have Professor X and the X-Man, the thinker, right? The thinker. They needed him because he had to show them how to use their powers. All of them was gifted. Cyclops, Wolverine, Storm. Everybody was gifted. And when they make these cartoons, I know a lot of y'all look at it as entertainment. Even I did when I was younger. I looked at X-Men as entertainment, but you don't understand. X-Men is a mirror of reality. We are the actual mutants. We are the one with the gifts. We are the one with the talents. We are Wolverine, Storm, Cyclops. You know what I mean? Professor X. That's us. They utilize life and they created the X-Men. And we look at it as entertainment, but it's reality. You dig? Reality. And you have to have somebody like Professor X to be there to educate you, to teach you how to use your gifts and your powers. Teach you how to harness that gift and pour that energy in a positive direction in order for you to make your dreams come true. Professor X was their mentor, their teacher, their guidance counselor, and he was helping them control their powers so they could use it for good and not bad. And you see Magneto, of course, he was powerful as well. One of the most powerfulest mutants there was, but he used his powers for negativity. You dig? So we all have power. You, me, the person that right now that's thinking low of himself, the person that is not really confident in himself, the person that's not really the coolest, the person that's not really where he want to be in life right now. I'm here to tell you, man, you got the power. The power's within inside you. You was born with it. Nobody can take it away from you. You just have to know that and believe that. And once you find out that you have that power and you find somebody to help you hone in on that power and just craft that power to the best of your ability, you'll be able to accomplish anything you want in life. Anything you want in life. Well, I mean, not anything, because, if you're 5'4", you trying to be, Muggsy Bogues, you have to be a little bit taller. You dig? If you're trying to be one of the biggest basketball players in the world, you gotta have to be a little bit taller. So you're not gonna be able to accomplish anything, but let's use common sense. You dig? If you're good at math, you could be one of the illest mathematicians that ever lived, and you'll be able to, be a good architect. You'll be able to structure buildings, design buildings. You could be a great foreman, right? If you're good at the piano, you could be a great pianist. You dig? You got to find your talent. If you're a great singer, if you're a great organizer, you can be running a 500 Fortune 500 company. You dig? You can be one of the CFOs of the firm. You dig? So there's so many different things you can be good at. You don't have to be just good at bouncing the ball, rapping on a mic, or singing. You could be good at so many different things. There's so many. Somebody had to build this computer. Somebody had to build this couch. Somebody had to, build these lights. Somebody had to structure this mic, right? So you can be good at so many different things. You don't have to just follow what they push out there in the media. Understand, we all got talents. We are the X-Men. We are the mutants. We are the one with the power. We are the one that can do magnificent things. But we have to have a Professor X in our life, a mentor, a guidance counselor, somebody we can talk to, somebody we can educate that can educate us on how to utilize our gifts. You dig? And once we understand how we can use our power for good, we'll be able to do whatever we want to do in life, whatever your heart desires. But first you have to be, before you can do, and before you can have. You dig? Understand that in that order. That's how it works. You have to be. Then you have to do. And after you finish doing what you need to do, you can have whatever your heart desires. That's the formula. Be, do, and have. You hear it all the time, but it just goes, from one ear to the next. Understand, that's the formula to success. You have to be, do, and have. I had to be the person I wanted to look at, listen to, and to admire, and to idolize, right? I had to be that person. Then I became that person. So I had to do the work. And once I did the work, I was able to have all the things I wanted. You might not want the shit I want. I like big jewelry, trunk jewelry. That's just me. I like shiny fucking diamond rings and Rolex watches. That's what I like. That's just me. I like fucking Rolls Royces and Mercedes Benz and BMWs. I like luxury cars, right? I like condos with beautiful views. That's what I like. I like, you know what I mean? That's just me. You might not like that. You might like the simple things in life. All this shit is a lot, to be honest with you. You know what I'm saying? When you go to the gas tank, you got to fill it up. That costs more money. When you go to the motherfucking valet, they expect you to spend more money because you're driving a luxury car. When you got jewelry, you got to deal with niggas trying to rob you and take it. It comes with a lot. Don't think that this shit don't comes with nothing. Like I told you earlier, man, everything has a price. How much you willing to pay? I got to ask you again. Everything has a price. How much are you willing to pay? Are you willing to pay with your life? Because that's what can happen when you have the finer things in life. Somebody will try to take your life to get it. I'm going to ask you again. Everything comes with a price. Are you willing to pay for it? And sometimes it can cost your life. I've been in many situations where I almost lost my life because of cars and jewelry and things that I have because people want to take it. But God has blessed me and I'm here and I'm able to speak. And I look at those situations as a blessing and I'm here to share my experiences and tell you some game and give you some game so you don't have to go through what I went through. You could avoid some of the potholes because trust me, I was lucky in order to get out of the situations that I was in. You might not be so lucky. God might not fuck with you like he fuck with me. Pardon me, God, I don't mean to curse. But it is what it is. He might not rock with you like he rock with me. He really rock with me. You know what I'm saying? He know I'm his son. He knows what it is with me. We have real deal conversations. He knows, listen, man, we tied in. You dig? We tied in. But he might not rock with you like that. So don't make the mistakes I make. You dig? Just because he rock with me like that don't mean he might rock with you like that. You dig? You might have to go through some shit. Feel me? So to avoid that, man, just, you know what I mean? Follow through on your dreams, but be positive, do good, and you'll be fine, man. I put the number in there. Ain't nobody called up. All right, man. Y'all got 5 minutes to call up. We going on a commercial break, man. Y'all got 5 minutes to call up, man. If nobody call up, we're going to get up off of the joint, all right? Most of the time when somebody's reading a book and they get to a word they're not familiar with, they usually skim past that word and continue reading on. I ain't even gonna front, I used to do the same thing. But see, when you end up doing that, you usually miss the essence of what the author is trying to convey. So I don't do that anymore. What I do is I Google a word, I write it down, and I memorize it and I add it to my vocabulary. And that one simple task, separate the winners from the losers. Anytime you try to cut corners and cheat the grind, you end up cheating yourself. And how you do one thing is how you do everything. Check out my new book, Tips on Relationships, The Naked Truth About a Beautiful Lie. Cheers. We back like cook crack. I hope y'all enjoy that commercial break. You know, I got to put my commercials in there because, you know, we got to pay the bills, man. It is what it is, man. And I'm going to leave y'all with this quote, you dig? Don't compare yourself to what others have done. Compare what you've done to what you could have done. I'm going to say it one more time. Don't compare yourself to what others have done. Compare what you have done to what you could have done. That's how I compare myself. So every time I do anything, I do it to the best of my ability. I don't half-ass nothing because I don't compare what I've done to what others have done. I compare what I've done to what I could have done. And I know me. I know when I shortchange myself. I know when I'm cheating myself instead of treating myself. You dig? So it's very important to understand the difference. Know when you're cheating yourself and treating yourself. And when I treat myself, I'm doing the best I can. I'm giving y'all the best I can. I'm giving y'all the best of me. I'm doing the best that I can. I'm never shortchanging nothing. Even when I go to the gym, I don't need a trainer. I could be there by myself, but I'm always going to give it 1,000%. I'm never going to shortchange myself, man. You dig? I'm giving it my all and doing what I can. I'm never going to overdo it, but I'm never going to underachieve either. You dig? Because I'm an overachiever. I just want to, put some paint where it ain't, man. Like I said again, Stefon Diggs' situation was a classic case of trying to be a player goes wrong. That is a classic case of that. A classic case of when trying to be a player goes wrong. And a lot of you niggas out there trying to be players and don't know how to be players, man. You're not born with it. You don't have that charisma. You haven't read Tips on Relationships, The Naked Truth About a Beautiful Lie. You haven't read Lessons and Legacies, man. How to avoid the pitfalls of success and stay on top. You haven't read The Power of Thought. You could think your way to a rich and prosperous life. It's your thoughts and your feelings that create abundance for you. Change your mind and you could change your life. You haven't read none of these books, so you don't got no game. You don't got no charisma. You don't got that it factor. You dig? You working with what you working with, which is nothing. You dig? So half of y'all dudes that get some money, all of a sudden y'all want the baddest bitch and y'all want this and y'all want that. And not understanding, man, all that shit come with a price and you can't afford it. You know what I mean? You just faking and fronting, nigga. Be who you are. Get you a girl that you like a lot, have some kids with, get you the house with the picket fence and chill the fuck out, nigga. You ain't cut from that cloth, nigga. They stopped making that. The cloth that I'm cut from, they don't make it no more, nigga. It's discontinued. Just listen, man. Work with what you can work with. You know who you are. Nobody knows you better than yourself. You just an average nigga. Like to do average things. Don't let the little bit of money that you get confuse you and think you somebody else. You're not Eddie Murphy from Boomerang. You're not nobody. You listen, man. You gotta relax. All right? Don't get carried away once you get some money and you realize you can have a lot of things at your beck and call. Trust me, the same things you love can actually destroy you. And that's how the game go. The devil will use the thing that you love the most to destroy you. So you have to pay attention, have to be aware of who you are and play your position in life. And once you move like that, you will never lose your place. All Stefon Diggs had to do, go to work every day, play the game that he loved, fall back and chill, stack his paper, put some scores on the board, get a lot of touchdowns, get a lot more wins, build up his record, you know what I'm saying? And save face, you feel me? Stay out the way while having your way, you dig? That's the key. The key is knowing how to stay out the way while having your way. That's how I live my life. I have it my way. Don't I look like I have it my way? Don't I look like a nigga that got it this way? How you think I got it this way? I stayed out the way while having my way. That's something y'all niggas need to learn. Learn how to do that, man. You dig? And once you master that, trust me, your life will be on easy street. You dig? Easy street. Learn how to stay out the way while having your way, man. Hey, listen, man. I gave y'all an opportunity to call up. Nobody called up. It's all good. I don't feel no type of way. You might not have no questions today, but it's all good. But before I leave, I want to leave you with this. Understand this, man. I don't talk because I got lips. I want you to watch this video over and over again and pick up some jewels, write it down, and maybe you can find something you can use. You dig? Because anytime I say something, it's going to have some power connected to it. It's going to have some real game connected to it if you know how to apply it. Like I always tell y'all, it's academic and application. You got to apply the information. Y'all know what it is, man. Y'all could be anywhere in the world and y'all rocking with yours truly, man. LikquidCash. I'm having a wonderful time. I'm doing my thing. Prince, we're going to get up out of here, man. Y'all ready for me to leave? Y'all ready for me to leave? I want somebody to say encore. Encore if y'all want to bring me back to the stage. Y'all ready for me to leave? Also, I want to ask y'all real quick, man. I'm thinking about doing a live event. Never done one before. You dig? So I want to, jump out there and do a live event, and y'all could experience this in person, in the flesh. So let me know what city I should hit up, man. Leave in the comments section. Let me know what city y'all would like to see me in. Where should I do a live event at? Because I believe, there's a lot of people out there in the world that would like to see me in person and see me do what I do in the flesh. And they want to feel that energy. They want to feel that vibration. They want me to give them some good, vibration, you dig? So I want to, pull up in person, give y'all this game, give y'all some information, and give y'all some motivation. Because I am the most influential person on the planet. That's how I feel about myself, you dig? So I want to do that in person. So leave a comment below. Let me know what city y'all would like for me to do my first event at. My homeboy told me Vegas should be the first place, but I want to know what the people think. Would y'all like to see yours truly in person, live at an event? You dig? Let's put that together, man. I need y'all help with that, all right? We can't do that alone. It takes a collective. I need y'all help with that. So I need y'all to let me know what city and what month, what time of the year would be great, and we'll put it together. You dig? And y'all can see me in person. We can have a live conversation, and I'm going. It's gonna be dope. You know how I do. I'm going to come through that bitch suited and booted. I'm a motherfucker be on 10. I'm going to motivate the motivators. Most definitely, you dig? And I'm going to give you some information because I'm an empowerment speaker. I don't just motivate, I educate. So that's a different bracket. I'm an empowerment speaker. I'm not just going to motivate you, and when people leave, you just a motivated idiot. That's how a lot of these events be. Niggas leave you motivated but don't give you no information. Nah, I'm going to give you information. I'm going to motivate and empower you by giving you good game and information so you can leave and you can apply the information and you can help transform your life for the better. You know what it is. It's all about the mindset, and that's what I teach. So holla at your boy, man. Y'all know what it is with me, man. Hey, listen, I want you to like, subscribe, and tell a friend to tell a friend. The best way to predict the future is to create it. Cheers.
Yeah. It's the Pirates of the Caribbean. Niggas can't fuck with me, man.
That boy.
It's LikquidCash, I need it all out the stash.
I'ma get rich or I'ma get deported. Riding cross country, my Ford Taurus. With two hoes and they both foreign. These trick niggas about to get extorted.